Before I call this meeting to order, I would like to note for the record that I will serve as acting chair for this meeting, and I'll call to order the meeting of the Board of Directors of the Statewide Local Development Corporation for Monday, July 30th, 2018. The directors have received the written materials in advance of the meeting and are free to ask questions at any time. I'd like to note that we welcome public comment on agenda items to ensure maximum participation opportunities. Speakers representing themselves can speak for 2 minutes. Speakers representing groups may speak up to 4 minutes with one speaker per group. And speakers are asked to only comment on items being considered at today's meeting. Before we begin with the substantive portion of the meeting, I will ask the directors whether anyone has any potential conflicts of interest with respect to any of the items on the agenda. If so, I would ask that you please make an appropriate disclosure on the record at this time, and we will then be sure that you recuse yourself from any discussion or vote with regard to such item or items. Hearing none. The first item on today's agenda is the approval of the minutes from June 20th, 2018 Directors Meeting. Are there any questions, comments, additions, or deletions to those minutes? If not, I would entertain a motion for approval.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. The motion carries. I'd like to ask Sean Malone to present the next item on today's agenda, which relates to a request for authorization to make a real estate loan with New York Job Development Authority proceeds to Cold Point Corporation. Sean Malone.
Good afternoon.
Sean,
Thanks,
is today the last presentation you're going to do for the JDA? I heard you were taking a new gig.
No, I don't think so. No.
Are you trying to make me? Are you making me nervous here, Kevin? Joke.
His face is. Yeah. Can you see it?
Sorry.
All right. With that, so Cold Point Corporation, located in Rome, New York, is requesting a $2,231,010 JDA loan for the construction of a 50,000 square foot advanced manufacturing facility on the former Rome Cable Complex 3 brownfield site. The total project cost is $4,468,350. The company, founded in 1999, specializes in the design and manufacture of water source heat pumps, packaged air terminal air conditioners, and condensing units, as well as packaged heat pumps and air conditioners for direct replacement, renovation, and new construction. Units are manufactured under the Cold Point and Adirondack Air brand names. Cold Point has identified the need for a new facility to increase growth and facilitate the addition of a new manufacturing line and additional warehouse space, allowing for improved distribution capacity. Since 2017, Cold Point has been a wholly owned subsidiary of the Wayland Company, located in Easton, Maryland. Wayland is a leader in the commercial heating and air conditioning industry, comprising 12% of market share in North America. The project, known locally as Project Blue Crab, is a central component of the Rome DRI, from which it has been awarded a $450,000 grant, and it is expected to generate much-needed employment and growth opportunities in the distressed portion of New York State. Remediation of the vacant site has garnered significant public support over the past several years, and the project is expected to result in the retention of 37 jobs, as well as the creation of an additional 18 in the near term. Based on the 1A+ rating, Cold Point currently generates sufficient cash flow from operations to service the projected debt, with a projected DSCR that meets JDA's minimum standard of 1.2, and default risk based on the company's performance over the 3-year historical period is low. Also, revenue growth has been strong, and cash flow projections indicate that the company will be able to service the debt going forward. In addition, JDA will have a second lien position on the real estate collateral, expected to appraise at $4.5 million, and will receive a corporate guarantee from Wayland. Thus, there will be sufficient security for JDA to be completely collateralized. With that, I'll entertain any questions.
Thanks, Sean. Any questions from the directors?
So, Sean, what's the status of the project? Has it started?
Yeah, it is not underway yet. We know that the DRI was announced a few weeks ago, and an Excelsior IP has been sent out. I don't believe it's been executed yet by the borrower.
Okay.
Sorry, Sean, I heard you mention Excelsior. Is that noted in the materials that they're receiving Excelsior?
It is not, but it's not really. It's not
Relevant.
part of the project as we see it. Yeah.
There was a note in here about brownfield. Is this in the brownfield tax credit program, or is it just utilizing a former? Is that just a reference to brownfield, or?
My understanding is that it is just on a former brownfield site or former Rome Cable brownfield site. I don't know that it's utilizing any credits specifically for brownfields.
It went through the brownfield remediation program and complete the program.
Property did, or
The
this
property did.
business?
The property in itself in Rome went through the brownfield remediation program, and with funding from the state, it completed and it got a clear bill of health. We sent that up to our folks to review it, and we were good with it.
Great. Any other questions from the directors?
Right. So, right, just to clarify, there was a different company in the location that went through the whole brownfields.
No, years ago, this manufacturing site was a bustling manufacturing site, like many sites up in the state of New York. It went into disuse. So after that, obviously, when the companies left, no one cleaned it up. Found out it was a brownfield. They had to go through a whole process of remediating the property.
Got it, okay. But there wasn't a business in there at the time. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Are there any questions from the comments from the public with regard to this item? If not, I would entertain a motion for approval.
Motion?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. The motion carries. There being no further business, may I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Motion?
Second?
So moved. Second.
All right, thank you for everyone participating in today's meeting.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Sean,
you.
glad you're still